mailbox. Thank you guys. I love you. This was a great album. It was. No way out. Because there is no way out. You know? It's just we're here. I'm enjoying myself. I'm trying to find a reason to say, you know what? I take it back. There's a lot of reasons why I should be grateful. And I said thank you. For all the things that I've mentioned already on the channel, I hope that you realize that across 3 channels, one with 2,000 videos, one with, I don't know, 500 videos, and another one with a few, I don't know, maybe 60. I just started. All I'm saying is I'm coming close to 3,000 videos, and what I would like to say is that I don't think I could have done it if I was expecting some sort of monetary return. You know, I don't think I could have accomplished what I've accomplished unless I was just in it just to make content. Philosophical content. Thank you guys. I'm gonna work on. Okay, hold on. Let me work on this. Look, I'm gonna just keep it going. What if I was on Twitch? No, hypothetically, what if I was on Twitch, and you know, I got over myself, and I'm like, if someone's trying to be mean, they're trying to be mean, but I'm gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. Look, if someone's being mean, I'm gonna keep going. Okay. What you gonna do? Okay, let me start over. I just want to sing. I want to vibe with this here. Look. Let's do it. 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 Hell up in Harlem. Fuck it. Another day, another dollar. Wake up to the barking from the while I pull up the collars. And sit for the Godfather. Then I holler to Justy, my son. Run the water. Power. Trust for the scholarships. Surely give him power. Baby mama calls, she pick him up in about an hour. Now I'm free to go, free to flow, free to close in the hose and all the ways the time goes. Finally caught up with my nigga Sam. Play up in the Lex Land. Wanted breakfast down in Pam's. What's your favorite dish? You order cheese and grits. I had the swordfish. What is this? 3 niggas dressed in black. Roll it on their wrist. Feathers in their hat. One tap me on my back. The other put at my stack, put my finger on the trigger, then I ask, what you want? What you gonna do when it's your turn to go? What you gonna do when you can't take no more? You gonna cry like a bitch and take it nice and slow. What you gonna do when it's your turn to go? What you gonna do when it's your turn to go? What you gonna do when you can't take no more? You gonna cry like a bitch and take it nice and slow. What you gonna do when it's your turn to go? I pray to God, I'm dreaming. I know my father ain't gonna take it. The doctor said he ain't gonna make it. Crying, baby mama full of grief. How she gonna tell her son his daddy is deceased? Now she got beef with the bitches up the street. All because I used to creep with her girlfriend Sharice. She know I keep the hoes from nation to nation on every radio station. Goodfellas in rotation. That's why niggas wanna twist my shit, flip my wig, attempt to murder me like Tommy Gibbs before you draw. Niggas threw me to the floor, drill holes in my pockets, saying launch the rockets. They wanna rip my arms out the socket. Fucking heathens. Love to see a nigga stop breathing. I heard a voice sing out, ain't you Sean Puffy Combs? Here's your Gucci, meet you at the crossroads. Nightbone, what you gonna do when it's your turn to go? What you gonna do when you can't take no more? You gonna cry like a bitch and take it nice and slow. What you gonna do when it's your turn to go? What you gonna do when it's your turn to go? What you gonna do when you can't take no more? You gonna cry like a bitch and take it nice and slow. What you gonna do when it's your turn to go? Think the clouds and white suits fill my vision. Watching my life go down like Christian. Listen, hear the bullets rain. Shotguns and Mac Mills spraying like a hurricane in this war called the Terry game. Induced deuces can't stand the pain. Little guns ain't got no place in this blizzard. They just keep it. Here's Blocker. Blocker. Blowing bullet hole sizes of door knockers. 3 headed for my chest straight. The other 2 came a little late and just barely missed my face. I'm trying to find a steady place between 2 cars. One of us gonna either wind up dead or behind bars. Shit. I'm just trying to live so I can raise my kids and on the whole world. On all the dirty girls. That's when I finally figured out. That's that nigga David off the streets, baby father. And I didn't even bother to ask no further questions, no more confessions, only suggestions. I think Sam set me up, cause the bullet squeezed up from the rear, and Sam was the only one there. Then they all peeled out in the rental aluminum, Sam in the passenger seat, so I'm assuming them niggas didn't even get the peep. Little Kim and them in the back seat with the heat. Clips they filling them to the top, shit ain't sweet. Once the light turns red, enough said, that's dead. They fled and they waved hot lead. If I ain't up, I'll be on my deathbed. Suckers move for that, they don't get no props. Little Kim and them made them from the shots. We in the block. No land posters, sold posters of gangster niggas. I see ghosts of gangster figures. I'm trying to hold them on when they snatch me out the car. Took me in the saloon and said, Puffy, there you are. Them same cats we chased 2 blocks at new spots, washing dishes. I guess we're going out like bitches. I smacked them, gave a little speech, then mirth. Happiness, cause me and all my peeps got hurt. That night, I said a little prayer, me and Justin. That's when I heard the bustin'. Yeah, what you gonna do when it's your turn to go? What you gonna do when you can't take no more? You gonna cry like a bitch or take it nice and slow? What you gonna do when it's your turn to go? What you gonna do when it's your turn to go? What you gonna do when you can't take no more? You gonna cry like a bitch or take it nice and slow? What you gonna do when it's your turn to go? I remember this album. What an amazing, amazing, amazing album. Thank you guys. My son's watching Tylor. Shout out to Tylor. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to Justy. Shout out to Lanky Box. Shout out to Sabi Spark. Shout out to, who else was mentioned in here? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to just trying to be positive and flow and be inspired by other people, content creators on Twitch, on YouTube. Thank you to anyone that I've followed, that I've subscribed to. And I'm sorry if I've subscribed to you in the past, maybe for a couple years, and now I'm no longer subscribed. It's only because financially I'm not able to subscribe to you. So I'm sorry. That doesn't have to be weird. It doesn't have to be negative. You know, sometimes everybody goes through ups and downs monetarily, and you know, when I have money again, I believe in those people that I'm subscribed to, or I was subscribed to. I will subscribe to you again. So thank you to everyone out there. Even if you call me names, even if you put me down, I say, you know what, that has nothing to do with your content. Maybe you're a positive person. I should be grateful that you're even interacting with me. So thank you very much. I love you. Have a blessed day.